For our place-based learning field trip, the 3 fourth grade teachers will be taking their classes to the Cowpens battleground for a day of enrichment. Before getting into the enrichment, place-based learning is when the students are able to go to a different setting besides the classroom and learn in a more enriching way. Since the battleground is mainly about its historic background, the students get to be fully enriched with the history of the Revolutionary War and the Battle of Cowpens. Some of the standards addressed today are explaining the major political and economic factors leading to the American Revolution, including the French and Indian War, the Stamp Act, the Tea Act, and the Intolerable Acts, as well as American resistance to these acts through boycotts, petitions, and congresses. Another one is to summarize the importance of key battles of the Revolutionary War and the reasons for American victories, including Lexington, Concord, Bunker, Breeds Hill, Charleston, Saratoga, Cowpens, and Yorktown. And some of the ISTE standards addressed in this activity with history is 1C. Students use technology to seek feedback and improve their practice and to demonstrate their learning in a variety of ways. 1D. Students will understand the fundamental concepts of technology operations, demonstrate the ability to choose, use, and troubleshoot current technologies, and are able to transfer their knowledge to explore emerging technologies. To help achieve these standards, the students will be able to listen to a state park ranger about the factors leading to the Revolutionary War and the Battle of Cowpens. They will also hear about why the Battle of Cowpens was a key battle in that war. To further retain the material from the ranger, the students will be able to go through the museum and interact with it. The next day, the students will be able to get on their tablet or whatever technology they have and make a short video using whatever kind of platform they would like and summarize what they've learned. After that, they will post it and the other kids will do feedback of it. While the battleground is mainly for history, there are other things that can be learned about it too.
Cowpens battlefield to learn about science. Cowpens battlefield coincides with the life science, characteristics and growth of organisms portion of the science unit for 4th graders. These are the following standards the students will be taught. Students will be able to construct explanations for how structural adaptations, such as the types of roots, stems, leaves, colors of the flowers, or seed dispersal, allows plants to survive and reproduce. The students will also construct explanations for how structural adaptations, such as methods for defense, locomotion, obtaining resources, or camouflage, allows animals to survive in the environment. While at Cowpens, the students will go around in 3 groups on a scavenger hunt. They will look to find different leaves, trees, plants, and other wildlife on the list. Once finding the item, the students will take a picture with the class iPad. Once getting back to the classroom, we will reflect, obtain more information, and research the items we found. We will then create a presentation for the class. Also at Cowpens, you can find a physical education portion of the trip. Students will be required to complete a physical activity like jumping jacks or sit-ups after finding each item. The standards that will be taught students will demonstrate competence in motor skills and movement patterns needed to perform a variety of physical activities. Also, students will demonstrate understanding of movement concepts, principles, strategies, and tactics as they do the learning and performing physical activities. Cowpens Battlefield is a national park and has a 1-mile loop around the battlefield, which is great for exercising. To finish out the day at Cowpens, students will finish with a language arts requirement about the war.
For the English portion of this place-based learning field trip, the students will watch the 18-minute documentary the museum shows hourly called Cowpens, A Battle Remembered. Students will construct an essay based off of what they saw and learned at Cowpens. Students will use the knowledge they learned from the documentary, textual signage around the park, and by inquiry to park rangers to gather information for their essay. They will address the following standards through comparing the 2 forces battling against each other, use primary and secondary sources to conduct their research. They will use visual, auditory, and textual examples. All these examples can be compared to find similarities and differences. They will jot down the things that interested them and use it for their evidence and research in their essay outline. They can also use technology to collect information through iPads, tablets, and cameras to take pictures of artifacts. These are the standards that would be addressed in this lesson plan. Standard 3. Construct knowledge applying disciplinary concepts and tools to build a deeper understanding of the world through exploration, collaboration, and analysis. Develop a plan of action for collecting relevant information from primary and secondary sources. Standard 4. Synthesize integrated information to share learning and/or take action. Determine appropriate tools and develop plan to communicate findings and/or take informed action. Standard 7. Analyze the relationship among ideas, themes, or topics in multiple media formats and in visual, auditory, and kinesthetic modalities. Explore similarities and differences among textual, dramatic, visual, or oral presentations.